Hey there. In this video, I want to show you how you can use some of your material from the Wellness Vault as a freebie to start growing your email list. Email lists are incredibly valuable. It is by far my most valuable asset. That's where we make most of our money is through email marketing. So we want to get people on our email list seamlessly and effectively, and it's an excellent thing for your business. So I want to demonstrate how to do this. Now, I personally use Go High Level as my software where my CRM. So where I manage all of my contacts, where I host a lot of my one-time products, my courses, where I do my email marketing. That is all on Go High Level for me, but it could be somewhere else for you. It could be on Kajabi or on ClickFunnels. Or if you're not there yet and you're just getting started with your business, it might be that you're just doing this through a Google form. So let me show you different ways that you can do it. I'm going to share my screen with you. If I were to start with a freebie, I would go to the client resources. You could also build out a meal plan. So I'm not going to demonstrate how to build a meal plan. You guys likely know how to do that already. And if not, you can go to the how-to videos and learn how to build a meal plan. It's very simple. But you could build out like a 1-week meal plan as a freebie, or you can go to these client resources and choose one from here. So let's say I wanted to do this kid-friendly sugar reset. What I would do if I were in your position, because I don't want my content to look like everybody else's, is I would first go to this and I would simply change the cover photo. Now I'm just going to duplicate this only because this is actually a live template, but if you were working on this and this is yours, you don't need to duplicate the page. All I would do is, swap out the background photo. So go to photos and look for like sugar kids, something of that nature. Okay, yes, this was a good one. Let's stick that there. We're going to position it into the back and then maybe change the title. So I would say like, sugar detox or, whatever you want to write. But I would probably change the look and feel of this just so that it doesn't look like everybody else's. Now, what you can do is grab a screenshot of that and you can use this in your marketing. You absolutely don't have to. You can also create a reel. You can create some sort of social media content where you're talking about sugar and kids and prompt people to sign up for or to grab your freebie. But you also can grab a screenshot of it if you have changed the text on here and the background so that it looks slightly different. You can also completely redesign the cover page if you wish. Okay, I'm just going to delete this so that nobody gets confused with the template here. So now what you can do is you can download this freebie. So I'm going to go ahead and download this. Or actually, you know what? I'm going to move it into a Google Drive because I think the easiest way to deliver a freebie is via a link. So I'm going to attach my Google Drive to Canva if you haven't already. If you've already done it, you can just click Google Drive, select where you want it to go. I'm going to save it as a PDF standard and hit save here. So now that this is preparing my design inside of my Google Drive. So while that's working, I'm going to go over to Go High Level because again, that's what I use. And right now I'm creating a form. So just in case, I'll give you a real quick. So if you are using Go High Level, you go to Sites, Forms, Builder, Add Form. Now, most of you probably are not, but some of you are. So this might be valuable for that. Now you can also build out forms like this on Google Forms, or you can build it out on any pretty much software that you use. So you're just going to collect the data that you want. First name, last name. I like to take out phone number. It's a barrier for people to actually submit. And then, you'd have any disclaimers in here. I would write something like that you're getting on the email list. So I would write in here when you clicking this box, you are opting in to receive newsletters, discounts, and promotions from your business name. Okay, so that's what I would write in this box here. Now, what you can do is go over to this and do options, and on submit, you're going to have this message. Thank you for taking the time to complete whatever you want to write here, and then you can stick in the link. So to stick in the link, we want to go back to here. We're going to get this from our Google Drive. So this is back in Canva where we were. Now we want to view it in our Google Drive. So this is our Google Drive. We want to make sure that when we are sharing this, that it is accessible to people for them to view. So we want to click share, and then this general access, we want to change over to anyone with the link. So now anybody with this link can see it. So let's go ahead and copy that link, and then we're going to go over here, and we're going to put this in. So let's say get your free guide here, something like that. Right? Of course, change all this text, change everything to match your business and your branding. But this is just a quick demo. So now when they click this link, they'll get access to the guide and they'll automatically be added to your email list when they fill out the form. Now, if you're doing this in something like Google Forms, you would just simply have to manually collect the emails. But if you are doing it in Google Forms, that's just another, you can pretty much do the same exact system. You just create a Google form and on the submit button, you put the link and that's it. So all you have to do is create a reel that guides people towards the form that you've created. So you might have this in your bio, for example, on Instagram. So if I go to my Instagram, you could put this right in your bio here. So you could have the link directly to that, and within your reel or your social media post, you just tell people to go there. If you're on Facebook, you can directly put the link on the actual Facebook post. So that's just one way to get people onto your email list, spread the word about yourself, and get people to start to trust, know, like, and trust you.